The small island nation of Comoros was the first African country to hold presidential elections in 2024. Incumbent President Azali Assoumani, a former military officer who first came to power in a coup in 1999, won a fourth term. Election results were immediately rejected by the opposition, triggering violent protests that killed 1 and injured 25. Next on the list was supposed to be Mali, followed by Senegal, but elections were postponed in both countries. Mali is ruled by a military junta that overthrew a democratically elected government in 2020.
Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger have promised when a transition, they will not transit. All these military juntas are trained military soldiers. They do not know how to govern. The learning curve for them to learn how to govern is too long.
Earlier this month, Senegalese President Macky Sall announced that elections will be delayed due to allegations of corruption in election-related cases and the disqualification of some leading candidates. Some in the opposition have called the delay a constitutional coup, though in July, Sall said he would not seek a third term after deadly clashes protesting his possible run for another term.
Can we really trust Macky Sall? Especially after everybody knows that he had intentions for going for third term. And if it hadn't been for the protests of the people of Senegal, I am quite sure that he would have gone ahead to change the constitution.
On Thursday, Senegal's top election authority, the Constitutional Council, ruled that postponing the elections was unconstitutional. In East Africa, Rwanda has had the same president since 2000.
Rwanda is the paradox of Africa. Paradox of Africa because the Rwandese themselves are afraid to talk about their own election. If you have a vote where 98% of the population vote for one candidate, that is a red flag. Nobody is that popular in this world.
Githua says Paul Kagame will once again win the elections with over 90% of the vote in his favor. But he's more worried about the post-Kagame era.
Rwandese democracy is not mature because we've had some very negative experiences of past leaders who've tried to run against Kagame. The system kind of muzzles them.
In South Africa, the African National Congress has been governing since 1994, when Nelson Mandela was elected president following the end of apartheid in the early 1990s. But there may not be business as usual, Kuvea says.
The ANC will win the election, but not with an outright majority. It will be below 50, and therefore the African National Congress itself must brace for coalition politics, although they are saying there will never be a coalition. They are going to win outright.
He notes that allegations of corruption, scandals, and disunity within the ANC are already helping the opposition, including the Economic Freedom Fighters Party led by Julius Malema, a former ANC youth leader. Mariama Diallo, VOANews, Nairobi.
Of the EFF, this is the weapon.